I'm going to take a minute to tell you a little bit about my background and how I got to be here talking with you about the role of family support in drug treatment. As I said earlier, I've been working in the addiction field for over 30 years. And for the majority of my career, I've always specialized in working with either teens or young adults. But then for the past 10 years, I've also been focusing on working with the families of treatment clients. One of the most significant periods of my career was 10 years, from 2000 to 2010, when I owned my own adolescent outpatient treatment program. And it was during that time that I got a really good education about what works and what doesn't work in addiction treatment, and in particular when we're working with younger clients in addiction treatment. And one of the most significant things that stuck out to me during that time was realizing how much can be done in just helping families learn how to navigate this whole process and use it as effectively as possible. So after 10 years of running my own treatment program, I was ready to do something a little different, so I sold the program, opened a smaller office, and started working specifically with the parents of treatment clients. And I ended up developing a program that the parents would go through while their child was in treatment. It became sort of like an enhancement or an adjunct to what they were getting in their main treatment program. And it was that work that gave me a really valuable perspective of being able to see what it's like on the family side of that process. I was able to see, one, what the most common questions were that the parents would have, and two, I was able to see what kind of challenges they'd have in applying what they were learning in treatment to the real-life situations they'd find themselves in once their kid got out of treatment. So it was out of that experience that I ended up writing a book called RehabWorks. I wanted to take all that experience and put it in one concise volume that would show families specifically what they can do to put themselves in the best position for treatment success. And the premise of that book was that the family has a lot more to do with treatment success than most people realize. So the next logical step was to develop this course, which is based on the material from RehabWorks. And because the majority of that material is relevant not just for parents, but for any family members, it also made sense to go ahead and expand it so it would be applicable to any family member, regardless of your age or your relationship with a client. So this is a course that can be used in both adult or adolescent treatment programs. There'll be a few minor differences depending on whether you're the parent of a teenage child or the spouse of an adult treatment client, and we'll point those out and address them as we go through this. But for the most part, this is about showing family members, regardless of the client's age, what kind of things you can be doing starting right now to be giving your loved one the best chance possible for treatment success.